Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Rich and Kobe, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your puppy's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction, and the only correction that we give here at school is a tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Kobe will come home wearing his very own training collar, and you'll be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, Kobe's sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to be demonstrating for you is heel. Heeling is simply walking nicely on a leash without dragging you down the street and sitting automatically when you stop walking, and the command is Kobe heel. Now at this point, Kobe has a job to do. Remember, this is a working dog, so we want to keep his brain working. We want him paying attention to you. We want your walks to be nice, and if you notice, Rich changes direction so he doesn't get bored, and he has to focus. And then when he stops, Kobe's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So when you're walking down the street, you stop to cross traffic or talk to someone on your route, he should be sitting nicely at your left, waiting for your next command, not jumping around like a little brat. Nice automatic sit. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. It's a firm stay. The long sit stay, when you're practicing at home, you can practice indoors as well as outdoors. And you want to build up your time and your distance. So start out at about 20-30 seconds and work up. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, returning all the way back to heel position. And the dog should remain seated until Rich gives him another command, and they take off heeling again. Nice automatic sit. And you're actually going to be doing your lesson with Rich on Sunday afternoon. So he's going to be showing you all the tricks of the trade. Nice sit. Rich is going to leave him in another sit-stay. Now, in all fairness to Kobe, we do have 2 females that are in season right now, so he's very distracted, and even in spite of that, he's doing his commands. This time, instead of returning back to him, Rich is going to demonstrate the come-on command. And he should come and he should sit instead of jumping all over you. When you call him, he should come and sit and then return to heel. Very well done. And he's only going to get better and more military in his execution of these commands as you work with him and practice. I mean, he's come all this way in a really short period of time. So I know that with continued work and effort, he's just going to continue to get better. And we're going to be here for you to help you through any problems that you might have. And Rich will demonstrate. He's going to leave him in a sit-stay, and he's going to demonstrate that recall again. You're going to use his name. You're going to slightly lighten your tone of voice because you don't want him to barrel in. You want him to walk in nicely and sit, and then go back to heel and back sitting. Very nice. Now the next commands that we're going to be setting up for are your down commands, and there are 2. We have down from a heel and down from a distance. And when you're working him, especially like if you've just gotten home from work and he's really amped up, do a lot of heeling to kind of tire him and get him focused, then start doing your other commands. Now we're just going to take the open flat of his palm with the dog already seated, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. The long down stay when you're practicing at home is you're going to work up to 5 minutes. So time yourself so that you can add about 5 to 10 seconds a day. And when Rich returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him just as he did on the sit stay. And this is difficult. It looks easy to return back to a dog that way, but it's not. They tend to want to get up and follow you. Rich heels him out of that down. We will show you that again. This is an important exercise, and you can practice this in your house, rain or shine, windy, snowy, whatever. All your exercises should be practiced indoors as well as outdoors.
Down.
So you have him seated first.
Stay.
You leave him in a down stay. You make him hold that position for a while. And this time, instead of returning all the way back to him, Rich will call him out of it. Comes right in, Rich tells him to sit, and he returns back to heel and back sitting. Great job. Now the very last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is our down from a distance. And this is a little bit harder because you're not right next to the dog when giving the command. But you're always going to have him seated before you give him any down. So Rich is going to have him sit and leave him in a stay. He's going to turn to face the dog and give him a little bit of distance between himself and the dog. Going to use his right hand to give the command, and Kobe goes down. Very nicely done.
No.
Now you heard Rich tell him no right away, and he held it. Now we've demonstrated for you all of Kobe's formal on-leash obedience commands. We're going to be here for you as you're working with him and you need tips on how to take him further, or you're having any issues. We'll come work with you. We can answer the phone and talk to you. Email, Skype, we're always going to be here, and Kobe always has a home away from home if you're going to travel. Thank you so much for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you soon.